Hey friends, if you're thinking of moving to Lewiston, New York, you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to show you around Lewiston. I'm going to take you into some of the Lewiston neighborhoods and show you some homes of some different price points so you can see what might actually fit in your budget. And if you stick around until the end, I'm going to share with you some of the best kept secrets of the area that you don't want to miss. So let's get to work. If this is your first time to my channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Lewiston, New York, subscribe below and don't forget to tap that bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about market changes in the Lewiston area. I'm Bruce Andrews, the real estate guy, and I love helping people just like you make your move here. Whether it's in 1 week or 8 weeks, feel free to reach out. You can use my contact information down below, and I'd be happy to help you make your move to Lewiston a smooth one. We're standing here on the edge of Academy Park in Lewiston. We're just off of Center Street, which is off to my left here. Center Street divides Lewiston into the north and the south sides of Center Street. North side is mostly homes built in the 50s and newer, and on the south side of Center Street you'll find that's where most of the historic homes are. Right across the street from me is the world famous Hibbard's custard. I've been all over the country and I've had custard everywhere, and I have to tell you, this is probably the best custard in the world. I'm going to take you down Center Street. We'll look at some of the other features. We don't have any large shopping centers here, but we do have two plazas, lots of quaint little shops and historical shops. There's the Orange Cat Cafe, it's a local favorite, and I'll show you the waterfront and a few other special features. So let's take a look. On our tour today, we're going to start with a neighborhood street in the village of Lewiston. We're going to go down North 8th Street to Oneida Street, and we'll just give you a look at what a typical village home looks like on the north side of Center Street. From there, we're going to go to a couple different newer subdivisions. We'll start with Park Forest Estates, then we'll move on to Oak Run Estates, and then finally we'll look at the Gardens at Oxbow, which is a planned use development, which is a very pretty little place. After that, as promised, we're going to show you some of the best features of Lewiston that you're just not going to want to miss. And we'll get started now. We're on a typical side street here in Lewiston. We're on Oneida Street, but you'll find there are a lot of Cape Cods and a lot of ranch-style homes. There are some two-stories throughout the village, but probably the most common would be the Cape Cods and the ranch homes. They range in square footage anywhere from, say, 900 or 1,100 square feet up to as many as 2,400 square feet. And the typical value of a home in the village here would probably be anywhere from $180,000 to probably $350,000, depending on the property size. Let's go take a look at a newer subdivision. Our second stop here is in Park Forest Estates. This subdivision, most of the homes in here were built probably, I would say, probably in the 80s. They range in square footage from, say, probably an average 2,000 to 2,500 square feet. There are some bigger homes in here as well. So let me just give you a quick look at the neighborhood. So our next stop is going to be Oak Run Estates. We'll get back in the car. We'll head over to Oak Run Estates. Here in Oak Run Estates, this is a newer subdivision. Most of the homes here started being built around 2010. Right up to current, there's still homes being built in here. The typical home size in here is probably anywhere from, say, 1,800 square foot on a minimum up to as many as 3,000 square feet. The homes in here are a little pricier. They range in value from anywhere from, say, a low of $350,000 up to as much as $700,000. It's a beautiful little subdivision, and they're just putting in the last phase. There's a total of 5 phases. The last phase is going in right now as we speak, and the lots will be going up for sale very soon. So we're here at Gardens at Oxbow. Gardens at Oxbow is a newer subdivision inside the village of Lewiston. The homes in here range from anywhere from, say, a low of 1,300 square feet up to as much as 2,400 square feet. The price range of the homes here at the Gardens at Oxbow would be probably from a low of $400,000 up to as much as $750,000. There's some really beautiful homes in here. So that's the last of our neighborhood tours, and as promised, I said if you stuck around to the end, we would show you some features of the area that you just don't want to miss, and that's what we're going to do right now. We'll start by taking a drive down Center Street so you can see some of the shops and some of the restaurants, and where we end up, I think you're going to love it. Well, one of the nicest features of living in Lewiston has to be the waterfront. What you're seeing here is water that has just passed over Niagara Falls about 25 minutes ago. Niagara Falls is just about 7 miles upriver from here. And in the distance here, you can see the famous Silo Restaurant. The Silo Restaurant was featured on Guy Fieri's show. He talked about the famous haystack burger. If you come down here to the Silo, you have to try the haystack. And if we pan around here, you'll see the Lewiston Monument to the Tuscarora Nation of Indians when they rescued the villagers during the War of 1812. The British and the Canadians actually attacked Lewiston, and the Tuscarora Nation saved a lot of villagers from being killed by the soldiers. And off to the distance here, one of the nice features too over here is you'll see the fish cleaning station. It's a very popular spot for fishermen. Actually, there's a few fishermen over there right now. And here's a little panorama of the waterfront. We have the Griffin Restaurant down here. This is a great spot for nightlife during the summer. It's a very active place. And that's looking upriver towards Artpark. And on the other side of the river, that's actually Canada. They have boat slips here, seasonal boat slips. You have to get into a lottery to get a boat slip. They're going to draw your number. You get to have a boat slip for the season. You can water ski here. You can see how smooth the water is. The water is flat because of the current, so it's a great spot for water skiers. This is a tremendous spot for fishermen, and there's an awful lot of things to do right down here at the Lewiston waterfront. One of the last features that I wanted to show you about Lewiston is Artpark. We're right here at the outdoor amphitheater at Artpark. Every summer, Artpark hosts live music. They call it Tuesday in the Park. They bring in live bands from very popular bands like Foreigner and many others every Tuesday night during the summer. It's open to the public. It's a very small fee to get in, and it draws quite a crowd every Tuesday night. They also have other features like art shows and so many other things right here at Artpark. But one of the nicest things about Artpark is this right here. That's the view from Artpark. That's the Niagara River Gorge. If you're a hiker, there's two trails here. One is called the Upper Trail, and the other one is the Lower Trail, which takes you right down to the waterfront. I'll take a walk over there right now, and I'll show you. So when we were up in the amphitheater, I mentioned that there were two trails behind Artpark that go down into the gorge. I'm standing here with Artpark in the background. You can actually see the building over here. This is Artpark. And this is just a little park area around the back of Artpark. But if you want to get down to the water's edge, well, first let me show you the Upper Trail. Let's do this. So these are steps that take you down to the water's edge. And if you take a look over here, you'll see there's actually a fisherman down there right now. And then that's the Lower Trail. That takes you all the way down the waterfront. And then if you look to the left over here, this over here, that's the Upper Trail. That doesn't take you down to the waterfront. That takes you along the gorge's edge. And if you walk down there, you're liable to see the blue herons that are nested in the walls of the canyon. And you might even see the American bald eagle. There's one or two that are living up there right now as well. So this wraps up our tour of Lewiston. I hope that you've seen everything that you want to see. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up, give me a call. My contact is right down there below. And I'd love to help you make your move to Lewiston. Talk to you soon.